ensuring my safety. You needn't worry, Lady Oakleys. The shards you confided here remain untouched.
The shards be damned! I placed you firmly in danger's path without but a thought for your well-being. I am deeply sorry.
Please, you needn't apologize. On the contrary, this matter has cleared the doubts.
My guy just be looking at
In the hopes of ensuring my safety. You needn't worry, Lady Oakleys. The shards you confided here remain untouched.
The shards be damned! I placed you firmly in danger's path without but a thought for your well-being. I am deeply sorry.
Please, you needn't apologize. On the contrary, this matter has cleared the doubts from my mind as though they were morning fog. Spending my days here in prayer will do naught to rid this world of the conflict which plagues it. Indeed, if... Ready. I'm on my way.
I shall hold nothing back.
I'm here.
Be healed. I fight in me yet.
This victory for all to see.
I am with you. Stand true.
Burn! The familiar taste of failure.
Glory to the liberation. I've not chosen my grave yet.
So, this is... My ashes will scatter like dust to the wind. And
What do you propose we do with him, Your Highness?
Sorcerer Ash, I'd ask you to lend us your craft in the days ahead.
Come again?
Take arm with the liberation. Hurl your magics in the name of good.
You want... me? I surely needn't remind you where my allegiances lie, and how swiftly I fell in opposing your army. I've done no great deeds, earned no distinctions amongst my peers, and the craft you speak of is just a pale imitation. It's sad, but true. Not even my own mother could find it in her heart to love a boy as miserable as me.
Wallow in self-pity if you will.
liberation, huh? Way I've heard it, they're barely old enough to drink, let alone wage righteous war.
In service of the royal family, I'll not fail you. Very well.
Think it's too much.
I find it difficult to consider this campaign a successful one. We set the bandits to rout, but lost sight of...
You have my gratitude nonetheless, Your Highness. I'll begin my... Mina! I accept...
A moment, Your Highness. Word has crossed my ear of a challenge issued by a woman named...
You know of her?
I do. In truth...
Clive. Didn't anyone ever teach you it's not?
Clive, good to see you're just as proud and noble as I remember you.
You're much unchanged yourself. This is Adel, Your Highness, a trusted friend.
It's a pleasure.
Forgive me, Prince Elaine. I never would have acted the way I did had I known it was you.
Still, you must have had...
Gladly. It all began when the province was met with a new lord. Under the false guise of taxation, he and his...
Horrible way to go.
Those stores are the bread you stole from the very people you were supposed...
You truly know nothing.
Famine? How do you mean?
Look around you. This ceaseless strife. Promise me something, Prince. If you do take the crown, see to it that your people never have to go hungry. As a child, I knew far too well the endless gnawing that can...
You call that a swing?
Unhand my friend, knave!
Why don't you make us?
What shall we do, my prince?
We teach them that torn...
Are you hurt?
No, ma'am. Thank you. What a striking figure. Just...
Monica.
And we'll do whatever...
I was hoping you'd say that.
You mean it? Oh!
What shall be done?
I know how this...
Alessandra, you belong with me.
Was that a proposal?
Perhaps I misspoke. I mean that you belong with us. The Liberation, that is. We have great need of fighters of your distinction.
Trifecta with our heads on the chopping block.
A fair point. In truth,
Speaking of that lineage, Cornea's illustrious House Meillet, allied with the rebels who seek to reclaim her status. Isn't that right, Elaine?
I wouldn't dare disagree.
Then it's, I should say, I've taken quite a liking to you. Know that that's why I'm joining. Above.
Thank you, Melisandre.
Heading there now.
Gaze upon the face of
I'm here.
Prepare to be run through.
You have my aid. I can't keep going.
I shall hold nothing back.
Quiet down now.
Glory to the Liberation!
Little bit of tricorn?
Maybe it's not all bad.
To recognize, 'cause I'll be by your side. Okay. I'll never get copyright whenever I sing something, because you know why? I sing bad. And then if it claims it, then you know, I'm kind of a singer. Okay. Anyhow, what did I do today? Well, for starters, DigiPen has a power outage, so you can't really access the Moodle, you cannot access the email, you cannot really access the Perforce, and it has been down since the morning. I only realized that when I tried to get to my first call, or my first meeting in ethics, my last class for me, ethics, which you saw, which is, you know, wholesome in that way. But in that regard, what we did in that class was just fill out our final review stuff, then did our course evaluation stuff, then our final send-off. And honestly, like, I didn't say it in thing because I snipped it out because it's more personal, but I just want to say here, it's like, teachers, they're so great in some capacity. If you are grateful enough to have the teachers that you can have in your life, and you're like, man, I think adulthood, you just don't have like a teacher with you, or like a mentor with you, or someone who could be like accountable for you to do things, to learn something. Anyhow, what I'm doing now, I'm getting Fat Burger because I want to do that. Also in the morning, I was watching this YouTube short that was just on my recommended page. And early in the morning, it was like 5, I set a timer for like 5 a.m. and I woke up and I'm like, wow, that's kind of great. And then I was like, you know what, I'll watch one YouTube because, you know, darn me. And guess what, I saw this one video.
Will not take counsel from a blue-haired thought, thank you. As if you could possibly understand the pain I've suffered. I hope you get
Unicorn
tiny bits of eggshell
Overlord.
in all your
And I'm like,
omelets for the
what
rest
is
of your
Unicorn
life.
Overlord? And this game has been out, or at
So much
least
for
the
convincing
videos
her.
that have talked about this game have been on about for roughly a year. And I'm like, why does no one talk about this? And when I saw the YouTube short of it, I'm like, honestly, females, you know, kind of great. The female demographic with just like the female characters in the game. Whoa! So I got it on, then after that, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have it on my computer. I wanna play on my computer. But then I saw the next short, and the next short was about it being on the Nintendo Switch. And I knew on my Nintendo Switch I had one more like space on it that I could fill up. And I'm like, damn, this is remarkable. I'm gonna put it on my Nintendo Switch. And then I did. And then I played a little bit of it. And obviously the story, I think the style of the game reminds me a lot about Guardian Tales, which then I watched a video even before that yesterday about like the best gacha games to play that are for free, which one of them from the person that was reviewing just general gacha games and why gacha games are bad, but then why you should play them, was like ranked 7. And I'm like, that's fine, but like overall it's a good game. You know, it's like very free. I think the combat oriented and the stories are really well done, and so on and so forth. I think what I'm doing now, so now I'm in my era of my Unicorn Overlord arc. You know, I was in my Arc Raiders arc, you saw that, and then in my Minecraft like a little era arc with the modded like waifus, and now I'm in my Overlord Unicorn Overlord arc, which has waifus and has men as well, but it's also a real-time strategy game where you can move units around in a world, and then you have to also, it's the whole premise of Unicorn Overlord without spoiling over, because I got spoiled a little bit from the character thing, like who is the best person to marry in Unicorn Overlord, and that was a big takeaway. I'm like, there's like a ring thing, so you can only give one ring to one person. I'm like, oh, but then I'm like, okay, I got a little bit spoiled for one thing, so I won't say it, but here it is. Unicorn Overlord is a game about you, who is a guy. His name is not you. It's like, you are a guy, a knight, and at a young age, your continent or your kingdom was taken over by a coup from a general guy. I forgot his name. And your mother, your queen, took it upon herself to save this ring, this unicorn ring. It's not a unicorn ring. It's actually like an emblem of a unicorn on a blue ring, a blue gemmed silver ring, and gives it to a knight. And then she says, knight, you've been here with me for a long time. Now you gotta protect my son, which is you. And then you come in and you're like, Mama, what's happening? And then the knight's like, and then the mom's like, listen carefully, listen to what this knight has to say, like as if I was saying it to you. And then she goes off to battle, and then you do the whole tutorial stuff about that. But essentially the knight takes care of you, puts it in her arms, and then rides off. Then 10 years later, you see like, oh my gosh, now this coup that was the general, I think, or like a knight that used to work for her took over, quote unquote, she failed. And then 10 years later, like the continent has taken over or run by this guy that has this like power of sorts to some capacity. And then you are like, I think like 20s, in your 20s or something, or probably like early like teens, like 18, 19, and you are trying to claim back your throne. And it's a not tactical shooter, but like a real-time strategy. So that's great. That's all I will spoil. And also, I will say that the knight took you when you were younger to another continent, which has been slowly overrun by like, you know, the bad guy, whatever. But that's where you are. Not in hiding, but I think it's just in prep. And then, obviously, soon enough, like, people from the Badlands, like, go to that continent and then try to get you. So then the knight guy has to give the ring early on, because the thing is with the ring was supposed to be something when at an older age you would get, but since, you know, things are escalating faster than expected, you get the ring earlier on, and then you get to find out what that power is, which you do figure out what that power is, but I'm not going to spoil that part. But that's where that edge line is of like the call to action sort of thing. And all the waifus that you can, so I don't know what the premise of marriage is with the ring. I just know from the short that was like, hey, you're going to be able to have this ring, but then you have to marry one person only. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it. dating real-time simulator. Okay, I'm gonna get a burger from Fat Burger. I'm not gonna really review, maybe if I review, I don't know, but I'm gonna get a burger.